Live.
Bam, bam, bam.
What happened to the chime thing? These things keep changing. Why have it, sir?
You probably have to. We have to preset those.
Color. Red. Yes. I have said.
That's refreshing, man.
It's refreshing. Gets you in the zone. Okay, we are live. Welcome everyone. Kanjisindike n'abantu bagirabe. Because
it is a big one. Which
we are talking money. So welcome everyone to episode number
3, 4.
This was for me in a different order.
Anyway, whatever. It's an episode.
Today we are talking very serious topic. Very serious. Abatulaba ku mutimbagano.
Hardest line Katimbagano.
Katimbagano. You know what I didn't realize is Katimba like net. Gano is it like
merge them together. Katimbagano.
When I invented that word, Kongs Kabaka or whoever Katikiro with the what was.
Have you seen the Uganda Prime Minister? Guy is always mad. Damn. What's
Wait,
his name?
Uganda's Prime Minister?
Uganda.
Uganda. Oh yeah, that guy is legit. I thought Uganda. I'm like, don't we have a woman who's useless?
Uganda.
Yeah, Uganda. Uganda has legit people, by the way.
He has always grooved.
They're well articulated. Me, I like how the guy can switch from English to Uganda seamlessly and like give a perfect speech in that stuff.
And his suits are on point.
Anyway, today we are talking money. All aspects of it. How do we survive in New York? Tunakuwa kamera. But ever.
Really? You know, Yogamba tunuli
wenti. Laba kubantu bakulabeko. Look, you are AI generated.
Just never know. Have you seen all those AI generated videos now?
Mad. There's one I saw of New Yorkers being interviewed. So there's something in New York where they're called pipelines. There's always people lining up for random stuff in random places. Just walking and you find a line. You follow the line, it's like some pizza place or something. People are always lining up for things. So they were doing this one where they're interviewing people why they're lining up for. One guy was like, I don't know, I saw a line, I lined up. It's a New York, I think.
Have you lined up on one of those?
I haven't found anything worth lining up for. Like
I know one place that you probably would line up for. There's a halal cut by
halal cut.
No, there's one by what's this place? The guy carrying the whole thing. What do they call him?
The guy carrying this is New York. Monuments Ninji.
The thing with the skating rig.
Oh, Rockefeller.
Yeah. The one there's a halal cut around that place where guys like properly line up for it, and I'm like, no. But anyway. Yeah. So that one probably we should run that experiment.
Maybe. So anyway, later we'll get as students in New York, how do we survive? We are not working. I'm working anyway. But most students are not working. And even the money I'm working can't even pay my rent. It's minimum wage and it's like 10 hours.
So it moves the needle. So
we are going to break down how we survive, what money can get you in New York. How you basically go about New York. It's the most expensive city. Not the most expensive country, but it's a very expensive country. So let's start with that. Most of us, if you don't know, most of us are on student loans. Those, they give you some money to kind of use, what do they call, upkeep?
Stipend of sorts. Okay, upkeep, stipend. What that money covers is your tuition, or basically the school stuff,
And the living
change
expenses.
and the living expenses. So whatever comes, like once the fees, the tuition is paid off, there is a kickback for you to survive on, and that's
Yeah.
what we
Use
to buy pencils.
to go and happen in New York. There's a guy of mine who
Which people happen? How do people happen in this place? Like,
there's a boy of mine, those guys who came through Maharishi. So for him, when he came here, he was in Iowa, a different school up there. So one of those days, he looks at my status like, but you guys, as you're bowling, how are you? First, when we were in school, we couldn't even afford phone plans. I'm like, boss, plus also this is New York. The good thing about New York is most things are free. Like you can do a lot of things, insane things, which are amazing, not me. And they are free. Like, and there's always something. Recently I read Brand Park is going to be showing movies for like it's there's always something. You can go have a full fun day, see amazing things, do amazing things. You have not spent a single coin.
You just pay for your bus.
Yeah, bus and transport
train,
stuff, which
transit.
is $3, $3, depending on where you live. 6. So
the other things I've seen, not like for the people signed up, because the public library offers you a vast, leave alone the books alone. There's something called the Cultural Pass, where you can apply for passes for the various museums within.
Oh yeah, I also found out
Bronx,
recently
within Queens.
If you live in New York, you can apply for the Omni card for transportation. So they can give you a card which gives you half off of all the trips. So where people are paying $1, you're paying 0.5. I found this out literally yesterday.
Is that the same as the one we get as students? There's something.
No, so the student one, our university did not have. It was somewhere there, maybe one. But this is the state of New York. Yeah, you apply somewhere. See, that's another thing about this state. I don't know, maybe it's a rich country and it's a rich state. It's the richest state. Not the richest, but the most money generating state. A lot of money is generated here. It's the city that generates the most money in the world. So there are a lot of things, like so many subsidies, apart from being a student, most places you walk into, things will be free, things will be discounted, things will be, that's just the student side. And then there are also so many other programs where you just find out about them, apply to them, and then whatever it is you're supposed to pay, either for you will not be paying or you pay half. Like the transport system, that one I found about. It's a normal Omni card, but that one is sent to you.
Okay.
It's sent to you. But with that one, you put money on it and you get you get whatever it is you're supposed to pay is paid half. So if a bus ticket is $3, yours will be 1.5 or even $1. And I saw someone do this yesterday. Actually, the person who told me about it. So they tapped, and instead of taking off $2, took off $0.5 for a bus trip. Yeah. So there's so many things like that in that you won't fail to survive. But then back to
that's another way to survive in New York.
So they give you the tuition, and then the school takes off its portion of the tuition, and then what's left they give it to you, and that's what you use to survive. It's a lot of money, so if you need discipline to actually, because most of us this may be money that you've never seen in your life.
You start a proper Ozimba Karina.
I know people who send it back home, never good protein, never, which is okay, but the problem with that is, money that's meant for one thing should not, in my opinion, be traded for another thing. But that's what most people do. It's a lot of money, and you need a lot of discipline because it's given to you at once. And yet that's supposed to take you for a full year or two. Okay. And even after that. Okay. So discipline is very, very important. But I think that's also important in most first world countries. The discipline with money, because getting the money is not the issue. You get your first credit card and all of a sudden everyone wants to give you credit cards.
Yeah.
You get, the hard part. Like they make it so easy to spend. Put cards on your phone. Like you can have a bit.
Tap and go.
Like so easy to spend. So you need a lot of discipline to actually save your money. So these guys give you all your money at once on your bank account. And it's like, poop. You're like, oh shit. So from there now, it's what you used to pay rent. It's what you used to, just survive around the
yourself
cities, feed
and
yourself, buy some
transport
clothes.
yourself.
And that's supposed to take you a long time. So that discipline is really, 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 really key.
Buy deodorant because it's hot outside.
Now, when
And,
it's winter, you buy jackets. So what I would suggest most people do is, first of all, be in a sensible bank, Chase, Bank of America. Everything else,
Ooh, shout out to Tara.
yeah, Zara.
Zara.
Our banker. We have bankers. But totally serious. Remember what was that? We have bankers who call us, yo.
Zara, yeah.
So
Zara.
find a sensible bank, first of all. Put that money in the bank and then try to invest the money. You say a bank like, let's say, Chase has an investment platform within the very app where instead of keeping your money in an account, you can put it in your investment account and it like buy stocks, bonds, whatever, and it generates money for you. And then,
Passive income.
yeah, and then discipline now.
Discipline is the hardest thing
because you know what it's like to have 10K seated on your account. But you know that 10K is supposed to take you for the next 6 months. But the iPhones are, the
ads are all over.
The ads are all over for
everything,
because this is New
there's
York.
a discount for everything. You're
Yeah.
like, hey,
This is New York.
they'll show you a discount.
You're like,
you're getting about $300 off something that someone is paying.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
you see, I bought this phone, Pixel 9, because it was half the price. I'm like, Mojimpe.
And the other thing, impulse purchases, because the online game is different. Because
Oh, yeah.
as you, just the way we are
Amazon.
speaking about this,
What's the delivery?
because as a student you're given Amazon Prime and
Yeah, for like the first, I think how many months? It's free. For the first 3 months,
first 3 months,
it's free.
and there are ads running all over. You see MKHD talking about something and like, this looks good. And those, like,
And
maximum they're like 5 clicks and the thing is up.
And if you're the kind who puts all your things, if you like put all your things in the platform, you give Amazon a card that it has on standby. You give the app, like it will just be 1 click away. Apple is even worse because Apple is just Apple Pay. Just double tap a button, and you've paid. Those iPhone things, boy. So discipline is a huge key. I even have a friend who was in some other state who was telling me, Amazon had become a problem. You guys don't know. It's like that. There's that dopamine hit when packages are at your door. You're like,
New everything. My challenge has been shoes.
We
I
all
love
have our
shoes.
weaknesses.
So lucky for me, lucky or unluckily, I prefer going to the stores
Oh yeah.
as opposed to, like, yes, I'll check them
And
out
by the way-
online, but the effort to
But
get
even
to
me,
the store.
clothes and attire, things I wear, I can't buy them online. Literally, the only thing I ever bought online was a winter jacket from what's that Chinese shit? Shane. Nechiulika 2 days after.
Guy yakolo mkono. The guy just flexed.
I'm like, Sidamu China. Sidai. Yet I can walk into Burlington and buy a legit Calvin Klein without Sidai. And even it's not even about like the shoes, because when you tell for shoes, because the Uganda spending 150K on a shoe is a lot of money. You see. But here, when we say shoes, it just means it doesn't feel that expensive. Because let me give you an example. You're going to buy a halal cut, a normal camel at $10. You're going to go out with your friends at, let's say, Five Guys, Popeyes, whatever. Like a normal day, we are out now, let's go home, let's buy a meal and go home. And you're going to spend $21. Okay? 21 is the average. You're going to go to a bar and you buy a drink, a glass at $21. And then you're going to walk into a Nike shop and the shoe is $21. So that
No, let me break it down for you. They're even way cheaper than that. So there's a section which is 40% off, like everything 40%. While you're still there, one of the tellers or the workers would, hey, for your size, there's another discount of about 15%. By the time you're done with the whole stuff, your shoe is about $14.
Yeah.
And you're like, you can't pick one. You've seen
that.
the options, the range. So you can easily, you can't tell the guy, so compare to the price and the price before I pay. Yeah, you can tell the guy first, run the price for me. Checks it, there's a discount, there's this discount. You can, once you apply them, it comes down to this
bag of things.
So
the guy tells you,
okay. So you decide to pick up 2 or 1 more or 3. Before you know it, you're like, no shoes. Yeah.
Good. Actually, the biggest problem in this country is abundance. Is waste. Because my biggest problem right now is needing to be in just in our bitereka storage. That's why people throw things on the streets. Not because, like, I have a lot of I stopped buying shoes not because I no longer have where to keep them. I don't have where to put them.
Sheesh, you have that many.
That's
I love shoes so much, but I'm very disciplined that, like, if I'm to buy a shoe, it has probably taken like 3 weeks of so it's a whole.
But anyway, so that's the spending culture. You spend a lot. My weakness is gadgets.
Gadgets.
Yeah, for as a masawa nagaganye. But the funny thing is, for attire, it's not as expensive as later I'm on to. There will be very few things where you're blowing a big figure, $300, $400, $200. But most things every day, clothes, they'll be sensible, damn, $10, $21.
Yeah.
And you're buying real things. So
and they're always there's always a discount.
Yeah. And it's legit brands. We're not talking, you're talking Calvin Klein, Zara. Even Zara itself, you walk in, things are $30, $20, $40.
H&M at the factory outlet at Staten Island has, most branches, they have something called backstage. So for those who are watching and you walk into an H&M store, just look out for a place called, like, a section called backstage. That's where everything on sale is like discounted. So that's one thing you have to figure out, where the discount is. Like, whenever you walk into a shop, Taylor or whoever is working them, bet you was immediately like, yo, what going to eat? Bet you don't like. So tell me, where are the discounted things? Because there are always things on sale, and since seasons like really move quick here, you find.
They want to get rid of the old stock.
They want to get rid of the old stock. With me, this is the perfect time. I'm shopping for winter jackets right now because because the ones I got, the winter slapped me very well. So I'm bringing. Then the chino pants, all those things are like really on the budget.
Things be cheap. So you don't really feel like. Versus a Uganda when bangenze gulanga to I'm not talking no gato mutwalo go book street. I'm talking real shoe, like real brand. No, you don't really feel it. You see. Unless, the other day I went and bought shirts about how many suit, trousers, and the whole thing was like, and I wouldn't do $20, $30. The most expensive thing was the coat. And the whole thing was like $200 in total. I'm like, But anyway, that's in terms of, so if you have an attire problem that way, clothes is where you spend most of your money. Be like me who have gadgets problem, because gadgets are expensive. You're not going to be buying $300 gadgets every day.
$1,000. Boss.
But for style, you see my recording, man, I take a catch up worth of.
As you say, that's someone's
bride
price, and that bulichimu in one.
From Zambia, Zimbabwe, it's like, this is almost 11 cows in my country. I'm like, yeah.
The discounts help, and what of the other thing, like halal cards, like, okay, leave alone, like even the food. Once we go to the
now,
food,
let's get to the food actually. So. If you're talking food, you'll walk into a Costco. The problem with Costco is the things look so cheap that you buy things, but then you buy too many. Like when you're picking it from the store, you just see, this is only $10, but you pick 10 of those 10 back things. So that's why they're $100. You see? And that's just like one. They look so cheap when they're on the stand. The problem that is you will never walk out of a Costco with one card. That needs discipline. So every time I go to Costco, I'm like, I'm going to spend only $30. Before you know it, $300.
Now that I figured out what I usually need.
And go get your daily buy that. What you call it?
No, not daily. No, I go milk, eggs, dates. Not like dates, as in dates for breakfast, for fiber. Not those three things.
Oh, for those who don't know, Costco is a giant wholesale shop.
You can shop everything from when someone is born till they die.
The first time we went,
the second family.
Second time we went to Costco, we bought things, tried to go like cheap carpets, and the chick checking us out was like, seems you're furnishing a house. We're like, yes, we are. Yes, like everything, fridge, the interior. So you go to Costco and buy, like if you're men in the house, you buy a bulk thing. You buy like
it helps.
A lot of things and then use them at once and they'll be cheaper. Then the rest is just your $1 stores for your milk, your eggs, your potato. And then again, there are so many programs. They are called food banks or something like that.
Yeah, food banks.
You just get a day walk in. And I'm not talking, because when I think I mentioned this earlier, when you tell Ugandans food banks, I think Balo was a restaurant, no, this is real stuff. The things you'd have bought from Costco and Walmart and stuff, they're just giving them to you for free. So many programs of those.
There's that food bank program where it's every month. I think the 25th of every month.
I think it's 20. Yeah. It's every month, every week.
Every month.
Because
they give you a lot. Like they'll give you basically everything from breakfast,
eggs, cheese,
dinner, what you prepare for dinner.
Bananas, like back when they fill your house with things and it's free. Just have to go line up.
There's an app for that thing where restaurants towards closing time, as you say,
too good to go.
Too good to go. And
so
they just
so too good to go is what for my picture. So too good to go is what you picture what most people do.
Yeah.
It's too good to be thrown out. So you look, they'll show you a place
near you, closest to you.
It's but a simple app. You sign up, blah, blah, blah. So they tell you near you that this thing is giving out, let's say a meal that would have cost you $30 and they're giving it out for $5. But that's like daily food, lunch, supper. I'm talking like a beer worker. Nguzaka unga, umuchere, gwengendo lya maji. Basmati. You just walk into a place.
22 kgs of basmati at Costco.
$20?
No, 11.
$11. That's what? 30 something Uganda shillings, 40 something. Have math. So in terms of food, like most people keep telling you when you come to these nations, but what you know what's sure, you can survive.
That's one thing.
But that's the thing. Those are Nasura and Jalawan. No, but when I was Sura, that's a heartbeat. So let's get to walk Sura. So, cost of living. New York is expensive. Related to some New York. Most people live in Jersey. Jersey, you get a big house, 2-3 bedroomed, and you share it. You can go the route of, I know most students, for them, they even share the room. Rent per month. There's that, like, depends on what you're comfortable with and what you want to do. You can go as low as BBD per month, but most of us want to be in our own rooms, so you pay about 500, 600, 800. And
privacy.
You're like 4 people, 3 people in a house, depending on what you find and who your people are. And then sharing. So you find a full house is maybe 2,500, 2,700, 2,000 something and above. And you split that. Amaziga abwerere and tetugasasula amaziga abwerere.
And what you basically pay for is
heating,
electric, and
gas. So this side company providing gas. Gas is provided by ngawe bakutuletera amazi n'amasanyalaze bakuletera ne gas afumba. So that same gas ye heating.
Yeah.
So there are some houses where the house is seated by gas. There are some houses where the house is seated by electricity. Like konde chigundi picture chihita chenyini. So
Koiro.
so that's the, but all that is one company, the gas and electricity.
PSEG.
Yeah, that's the New Jersey one. The New York one is some other thing. But yeah, those are the things you pay for on top of your rent.
And
No signing alizio, no ingira, no furnishing. If you're lucky you found the furnished one, well and good. But most times it's not furnished. Furnishing is very easy. Just to get a Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. So we know furnish motor car. Luckily, when you get here, your driver's license is still valid for 6 months, but you're driving on the other side. Man. It was the first time ever driving a truck. It was the first time ever driving on the other side. And I drove.
If you have those scooters, you can move like I've seen guys move furniture on their scooter, and I'm like,
even the trains. If the thing is not so big, you can move it. But in terms of furniture, chairs, all you can just wait. People throw out these things all the time. Most people I know, they just pick their couch from the street. People throw out a couch like that, because remember, you're still a struggling student. Tolimbu, Masapen, Kweraga. You're still a student. So people pick TVs, I know a house that furnished the entire house. Utambula no achi TV. No, it's Twilight was a 65-inch. No, 65, 55. TV. Never down, never tambula, never on that couch. Never chitwala, because it's usually within your neighborhood. So now it never be basatu never stula like wali. Never chingiza. So if you're really, really that bad, you just give it time and wait. The only thing you have to buy now is a bed. Bed sheets are very cheap. A bed on Amazon, a bed and mattress, bichi, a queen size. By the sizes is different. They're not 6 by 6. It's only king, queen, twin, and what's the other one? King. So it's there's a size there. Then there's twin.
The queens, man.
Then there's twin. Then there's queen. Then there's king. Then there's California king. You see. So those are the sizes of beds. So if you're
California king would just I would have no room.
Yeah. So most of us just get your car queen. Queen is enough. Can sleep 2 people. Twin is 1 person. There's a smaller one below that. The smaller one below that is the one second row. What would you get over? That car size is the smallest. Maybe the one above.
And before I forget, there's the gas. When you just fumbida KB janjol and the price is not really doesn't go.
Oh yeah,
up.
those
it's
bills,
really subsidized.
Those bills shouldn't scare you. And even though it's not, there's I don't know if you know about it. There's a program, especially in the winter, because bills go up in the winter. You're heating the house, bichi. So what they do, New Jersey, I don't know about other states, is they have something called stabilizing bill, whereby you will be paying a flat fee throughout the whole year. The bad thing with that is if you don't use a lot of gas in the summer or in a period, you're still paying the same price.
Yeah.
But the good thing with that is you get stabilized, because I remember in the winter, our bill, when we used to pay like $100, it went to like $300. You see, in the winter, it almost doubled, double and a half. So I enrolled for that program. Now our bill is always constant. It's always around the same $110, $115, $150. Doesn't matter how much we use, doesn't matter how much. They stabilize it so that, they be kukuba nyomu winter, because they know people use a lot of power. In the winter and the summer also, be AC. If you have AC.
Because power, you just keep it running.
So these people have, it's a rich nation. You can really feel the richness. It's okay. No, because masanyaze manji fetuwe sente zoina. You can feel the
Oina
meka. At government. Sibino jangu tuteko waya mutigwa pole.
Abanga funding kuimiza kurugudu. Kacho ina meka cho.
So you get your house, buy your bed, bichi, furnishing a full room, the basics, bed cover, bichi, that's around $200. Ngomaze. No good like a desk or ogendo kolera. Ngomaze. Remember, you still have like $10,000 on account.
Because it's all kumyo.
But that's a lot of money. That's something that actually surprised me by that. I thought, let's say, do you know what my plan was? My plan was, buzzing for that $10,000, I find a house of $2,000. Just asure nay. It turns out, anyway, need that much. So, but it's a lot of money. It's actually a lot of money. And the daily things is quite a konyo chidiao.
For the food,
Unless
where we
you-
stay, what I've noticed is also, like, for the most part, we're from Africa where media is like really rich. So it's best always to have food that really is close or, okay, it's close to what you're used to so that, like, the body can fail you, like, from eating. When you air fry this, air fry, like,
Man,
before you know it,
you-
it's tasteless.
Yeah.
Because enkoko
'Cause most
yawa no
things spend a lot of time in the freezer.
nyama, nah.
Things spend a lot of time in the freezer. First of all, bivudde eri wala mu factory bijje mu freezer. Babitadde mu store bibadde mu freezer for like
Empiso.
bibadde mu freezer for like 2 weeks. Now okijjeyo kitadde mu freezer. So, the only thing I've been eating since I got here is just pork. Because at least kyo ekyali mu test.
Hedi kati ate because
Nkya Hedi. Eno jafuluma after it.
Sawa zinagenda tu
But where's like and subscribe out?
bikado waliba
Anyway,
tujja.
but enkoko zaabwe, man, that's another thing. But the good thing with New York,
Teziwooma.
New York is, you know, it's a multi-racial, New York and New Jersey, they're multi-racial, multicultural states.
That's-
In that abantu, I told you when I was living somewhere in Nanyambe and being an Akaja, I bumped into an African shop. Nga balina ebintu bya Africa, Blue Bandi, Royco, like babireta. Like, so that's a good thing about, like, if the native New Yorkers don't have the cuisine, go look for the Caribbean people.
Oof.
They may have the cuisine. Go look for the Mexican
Oxtail,
people.
banaye.
They may have what you're looking for. Like avocado enene, America tebazirina, naba Mexico bazireeta.
Bazireeta.
You see, so twina avocado enene. Like if something is lacking, probably the culture that wants that thing has been around long enough that
Yeah.
it's now bringing the thing. Something I didn't even experience in.
Monday.
Exactly. Something I didn't experience in Toronto. In Toronto, man, bukedo bwonna bwali butono bwe buti. I never saw any big kedo.
Oh.
You see.
Probably didn't move around that much.
Man, twagenda mu Costco, twagenda mu
Costco kajira. Costco.
ne wano waliwo emidaala by the ogenda mu street nosanga emidaala nga ghetto zaffe ze Kampala. Waliwo mudaala gataddewo bifruits byatunda. Waliwo ne gundi mu street bataddewo kigundi wansi atunda ngoye. Mwebiri neno. New York, I keep telling people, New York is the third world minus all the nonsense of the third world. Dictators, potholes, everything. But you get the accessibility. Njagala gula gundi. Yeah.
Yenda wagoni walika downtown. Around the corner, you'll find someone
And
at
then-
a given time.
But me, the thing I love the most is on food. Newobanga kati right now nze ndide bya America mbikoya. Bya America is just cheese, some form of corn and sugar. That's the entire diet. Chicken ibicho bimalayo. But when that is done, I can now start doing Korean dishes. And then by the time you finish those, because there are variety nyingi, imagine now you go to Chinese dishes, like they are accessible. Tulimu, you know, whatever you crave is what you go for.
There is a deli out there that serves. Okay, it combined Chinese, Jamaican, African, and I think West African dishes. So you can have each of everything on a halal thing for like cost
Nice.
of $12.
Nice.
Like eyonje sunze. Like I'm looking forward to the day I go and sit in that. Like that guy is going to. He will tell a story.
That's the good thing. Webiri bingi. Unless you're these guys are kwata nze siri abestamanyi, then you're going to have a hard time. But if you're,
expand your palate.
expand your taste palate. You know,
There's a lot
your
to
mother is
try.
the best cook if you've never left her house. How do you know you don't like Korean dishes if you've never tried them? So
Ataita. Yeah, atenda nyina. Or something like that.
you see. Oh, we actually have. Wait. We actually have. Can you please do an action on VDS? Anyway,
Action.
I don't know. I'm seeing comments. Yet I'm seeing no one watch. Anyway, so me,
An action.
food wise,
Like we
Have you-
fight. No.
because sira wanokula hivi sira balaba. Yet ndabi comments. I'm like, how did you comment without being? Anyway, this is
Probably was
YouTube
watching at some
spammers. So this food wise, you be kawa. There's so many cultures. So many. Yesterday we were eating Indian food. The day before that, we were eating Cuban food.
point. Speaking. bun.
Today I'm going to go back and eat a halal cut. Like there's so much variety that even though you get bored,
Halal cut in Chad.
maybe Okoye, try the other thing like binge, and it's all variety. It's all within reach. It's all within. If you're the guy who does DoorDash, it's all within there. So that's food, cost of living. Let's talk now. Just Okubao.
Okay. One thing in all this, Okubao. Okay, let's first handle that because there's one last thing.
So what you want?
Wow, really, it's right there.
So one thing that bothers people coming this side is I was a big guy. I used to go to what was that? Chadine Njoga or whatever. If you're those kinds of people, how would you leave it up? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Happening?
Kulia masape.
Yeah, kulia masape. Like that kind of world. That kind of
popping bottles.
Yeah, so that to me so far, that's the one thing I've seen it's not within reach. Anyway, before I go there, you need to recognize something. These people who convert money at $10, this is not gospel truth. I'm just going to give you my take on such. Don't look at the values. Look at how it feels. Because if you look at values, that stuff, I learned this one. If you've lived in different countries, in different currencies, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But if you've never left your home country, then maybe you won't. But you realize that it's not... you realize that it's not the currency. Because at the end of the day, it's just zeros. Who has decided to add what zeros on what? That's what it is. This guy decided to call it mitwale sato. This guy decided to call it $10, but it's the same exact thing. At the end of the day, you're buying coffee. The thing is the same. The value we decide to place it is what's different.
Ugandan coffee is amazing. Just so you know, it's way better than this. Whatever is taking.
So to me, I always feel like okay, let me use the Uganda example. You know what 5K feels like. You know what 10K feels like. You know what 20K feels like.
Yeah.
If I'm spending 20K, things that are around 20K. You see, if a border guy asks you 20K for a journey that usually feels like a 2K journey, that feel of that's valid because normally that feels like a 2K thing.
Yeah.
But now you're telling me 20K. That effect. But if it feels like a 2K thing, and in Uganda you pay 2K. And when you come here, the same feels like a 2K thing. You're paying $2. You see, that feel is the same. So you have to look at the $2 I'm paying. Does it still feel like $2 is $2 where I am $2, or does $2 feel like 20K? That's I don't even know if I'm getting it well. So if you know what 5K feels like, ngateze kuruma. 5K, like I keep saying, I compare them to halal cut. Halal cut is $10. That's like a normal meal. Picture it like ngenze street nengula Rolex. Yankumi bidi.
And the Yuga roll, by the way.
Okay, Yuga roll.
The equivalent of a Yuga roll.
A Yuga roll is bowling in Kampala. Mutwalo feels like, to me, feels like what spending $30 is. Like I've spent, I've gone a bit above and beyond.
Because Yuga roll is a standard meal, as in chukui.
Yeah, it's a standard meal, but I'm saying when do I have a Yuga roll? Si bya You see, I'm talking bulijo mvude kuchirimu. I'm like, can you take mu emere? You usually in your mind you plan to spend about 2, 3, 4, 5K, on a normal meal. So it's something this side. Instead of 2, 3, 4, 5K, you plan to spend 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. So you see, the feeling and the goal and the thing you want to do is the same. It's just the denominations you've. But maybe you say $5, Gweriochi say 2K. You see. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm planning to spend money that's within reach.
Yeah.
So here, if you spend, it's not that here when you want to get the same 2K roller and you spend, let's say $5, that it will feel like you spent $100. No, it still feels like 2K. It's just that now it's called $5, but it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like Ntadewe Chapa or Gula Rolex. See, that's the thing. But people make it sound like Nguza Akantu, which normally at home, I won't have a problem with spending 2K on. But here, since I've spent $5 on it,
it's a lot.
I feel like maybe I've bought a Rolex of 20K.
You're overspending.
Yet it's not just because of it. You see, the same $5 was is 15K. So for you goes 15K instead of 2K. 2K and $5 on the same level. Neka to go chin traffic gundi or chitade kweno level.
As you mentioned, there's things we have to put into account. One, location. Location, the experience. Because I stumbled into a Vietnamese nail spa. I just walked here, I'm like, let me see what this thing is all about. I'm like, I think I was being ripped off in Kampala for the same service, because what they did was way more. Like there are some niches these people have developed, like to the dot, in that whatever they're doing is well done. Kampala, guy yalia naze bigere. Yeah, cause like I don't remember them using
gloves.
Here
also, level of service.
Yeah, the service. Muka in the bucket I was putting my feet, they first put what? Akaveira. And I'm like,
and remember, you're spending what feels like the same amount of money. Like you're spending what 10K would feel like. I'm spending a 10K here. So even here you may be spending $50, but $50 feels like a tad. Oh, according to the environment.
It gives you.
But people who translate figures to me make it sound like I spent $50, but they make it sound like they've spent $200 because they've converted. When you convert, it feels like it's on a different level. But no, it's
those guys. I think should try forex trading, because they would make excellent.
So that's the first thing I'll tell you. Please don't convert things.
Just leave it.
Just know in Uganda, the smallest denominator is what? 500 shillings. Here, the smallest denominator is $1, which is nkumi satu. So don't look at the value, look at the smallest. $1 bitano, level 1. What's the next level? $5. $5 feels like nkumi, okay, not nkumi tano, but it's like, because between are way more in between. But look at the levels. Like this money is on this level, this money is on this level. By the time you get to the $100, because one of you see, it's like the zk of, you see.
Yeah,
but so if you try to make $100 convert, that will feel like 300K. You'll be like, mitwala satu yet. No, the level it's on is a zk level. Here it's just called 50K. Here it's just called 100K. But it's the same level. It can get you the same kind of access. Anyway, we're going back to kujoga. So that's the only thing to me that I felt that didn't translate well, because wakati twina drinks in a bar. Like drink, I mean, ogena mu bar ne bakuyira. This ka glass is even a lot. Bakuyira ka glass wekati, like maybe a shot of vodka and cranberry juice or Sprite or whatever it is you want to get. And that is usually ranging between $15 to $21.
Yeah.
So if you're out in a bar, you're going to take like 3-4 of those. To me, that's the only thing that has it translated well. Beers are about $8 and above. If you're a beer guy, you'll be kawaii. If you're not a beer guy, bottles are expensive in bars. Talking again, because bottles, the cheapest I've seen is it start from like $150.
But here's the thing. We go back to Costco. Cause
that's in a bar. That's in a bar by now. Disclaimer. If not in a bar, liquor is cheap. Liquor is cheap.
Liquor is very cheap. Like,
but what we got
just buy it at home. Like, or kujoga, you can kujoga from home in the comfort of your home.
To his point, you see that same $21 of one car drink, one car shot, and some soda filling up a car glass. You see that same $21 if you walked into your neighborhood liquor store. Bottle. The other day I went into a gundi. Never in a bottle will be a vodka, which is like 1 liter. Never in a bottle of wine. Never maybe canned bottles, which is also almost 1 liter. No, actually the vodka things I think are like 2 liters.
Mufachi.
Party. So if you want to buy just your kunywa, and by the way, that time I was telling someone who was coming, I'm going to UG. No, bichi. Then he told me, bichi. Then he told me, I'll buy you Tennessee honey when you reach. I'm like, boss, you're to be cool, yeah. Like, yeah, those be things you see Hennessy, bichi. Or because they are cheap, $21, $16. All the brands you've ever thought of. Or Jazzy was the core, then you now want your GUG premium.
Yeah, all those things. Like everything you can do on a budget. Like the same way in Kampala, you're in Intinda nomanya nti no wali eri mwenzikira wali ku stage nchama wali ku katale nyafuna ekifi ky'enkoko kya 5 oba kya 2 nyongereko se akatogo awo kamogo something ka 2 like kakaga would sort you like the same way here you show up you know there Chinese lady who has her food priced $9 you have solid meal.
$9
The Latino restaurant next door. Same. For some reason, all these budget things are $10 and below. Like it's like a standard. Like no gain. Even if you left Kawempe to their side, okay, I'm just giving as Kawempe as a 1 point to Kololo. Different restaurant, but same niche. Yeah, it's going to be the same price.
That's actually something I also realized. Like, something that I actually liked the first time I noticed this. Okay, there's those extremes where there's the bar is on top of Rockefeller Center, on top of World Trade Center. Of course, there you. But no more shops. Kebe rich neighborhood, Kebe bichi. If something is $10, it's $10.
$10.
Which is something I like. So in terms of kujoga, you can go out, but just no drinks in a bar expensive.
Just kujoga on a budget.
Hey, Ogenda, let's get it. If you really want to go all out, just plan you like your $100. You get your and the drinks are strong by the way. You buy your 2 drinks, which is about $30.
Food.
Then you buy your food of about $21. Maybe
that sums it up. Like you'll be sorted. Manya, you could be the gundi, baby girl, come with your friends.
Yeah.
But the one constant thing here, you're going to pay tax.
Oh yeah, the price is never what it looks like.
Like you're always going to pay a tax on everything.
There's never a solid. You never see something that it's $12. So it's always $12.99, $1.99, and then $99. I'm like, bruh, we all know it. You know that psychological thing. But I have literally never seen a solid figure. It's always something $99. I've never seen maybe $12 full stop. Unless this guy is this gundis who take cash only. $9. Maybe it's got the 9, and then that 99 is not even the final price. Then no got tax.
So taxes will always. But what I suggest for most people, like if you make big purchases, which I say if you're a student just like us, if say oguze laptop, you receipt digitally, so that the next time you're doing your taxes, you slot that in.
You know, I haven't been keeping my receipts.
Nesimu nyini. I'm using it for you make a plea like.
By the way, and also learn. You have to learn to do things yourself. No, you won't be filing your own taxes. Toina sentence as Sasula tax consultant. You are a serious. It's very serious. It's IRS. They're very serious. Every person should file their taxes. But it's simple stuff. Just 1-2 YouTube videos and dedication. The good thing is the systems are clear. Part of the reasons why I want to call it is man. Systems also what is it? Be complicated, be all over the place. But here it's clear.
Systems.
Get this form, fill it in, email it to somewhere, and your kawa.
The systems, workers JZD, very complicated. The one, they're not transparent. And you're not certain if it's actually going to get processed, or there's someone usually whispering in your ear. Like there's always that thing. So for the most part, we are pressed by an impatient culture because we have seen this. You jump off the train and guys are queued up to use the elevator, as in Basimba line. No one has asked them.
Just civilization.
And you step on the escalator, you just move to one side if you're not walking straight.
Like there's a certain unsaid people, and this is New York, the most rough, uncivilized, most cheap. According to other states,
random things happen. Yeah.
February uncivilized, but still compared to Jetova. So in terms of kujoga, it's kind of expensive. But in terms of food, ngenze mu KFC, ngenze mu Kadina restaurant, ngenze mu Vichy, it's not that expensive. There you're looking at most meals here range between $18 to $25 in normal restaurants.
I don't go sasude change yeah.
Go sasude change. Go sasude normal dinner date or to the normal chala more, normal dinner date.
Yeah. Okay, I can't relate. So
it's it's the okay, not even dinner date. No more food, I think what can I give them? Let's say go genzenga ku Sheraton. Sheraton is a hotel. What we? Go genzenga kochi.
4 points.
That's a hotel. I'm trying to look for like
4 points has a restaurant.
No, I'm not looking for restaurants that are not attached to hotels. Let's go
Stone Heaven. Okay. Is this a plug for them?
We don't have.
No, there are very many.
I can only think of Java's.
Izumi
is a bar.
and restaurant. Everything is a bar.
No, you're looking for specific restaurant.
Which place?
In Uganda.
Which place is strictly restaurant?
Tetuzina.
Okay, maybe you're going to.
It's only Java's.
What's the guy's place with Muchere? No.
Uhuru.
That is a restaurant. Or wakati, like they don't have as in bag and government, they just purely food. But for the most part, it's bar and restaurant.
Yeah, but here it's a restaurant. You've gone to a restaurant, and the good thing is the restaurants are themed, and they put the menus outside the restaurant. So you go eat Georgian cuisine, Italian cuisines, Haitian cuisine. That's most restaurants. So
there's a place with Greek thing. I don't know where.
So you sit. And usually there, you spend, if you're two people, you're spending $50 between you. Ngate munyo debi wine bichebi. Nga just food and no more amaziga waited in restaurants.
Before you wakatula.
Yeah, the first thing is you sit, water. They bring you water. Here tap water is okay to drink if you want to die. But yeah, that's food wise, that's drinks chechidala. Happening ngenze ndabe bichi. Concerts are expensive.
just go to the movies.
Movies are no more $20, which feels like $20 feels like $15K, $20K to me.
Honestly, is this how the chenda be? 3:30 p.m. movies, 25% off, and from I think next week, all the MC movies are like prices are going. They're going to be discounted by a certain percentage. Okay.
Yeah. But there's always discounts. But also, man, that's just movies, museums, art shows, galleries, exhibits, just random things happening in the middle of the streets. That's why some of us, a weekend, no longer just get up and come to town. Because trust me, as you're walking, you find some stuff and you're like, and that can take up your whole day. This is New York. So much happens here. So much. Jakubo utambula, uite ku Brand Park, nga they are showing a movie. Or ita ku Exchange Place, there's a concert for free for jazz. Or ita, like there's so much that you don't even need to spend money to have a good time. You see? Just transport and just walk. There's so much to see. So much happens. So much. But
you just have to invest in...
people keep sending me things like, yo, did you see this? People send me things of things that were happening in New York. I'm like, but I didn't even know that was happening. I didn't even know there was a Beyonce thing in Jersey City.
Beyonce.
What do you mean?
News.
Do you see? This is freaking Beyonce. She had a tour and I didn't even know. Like so much. Madison Square one. So much happens and you don't even know. Yeah, I got to know the Beyonce thing. But walking, I'm seeing people in cowboy boots. Like, oh yeah, there's a Beyonce concert. Like there's so much that happens that you cannot, first of all, fail to find what to do. And the free ones. So many free things. Actually, I was telling someone this today. In that, she was telling me, oh, being up and about is a nice thing. And I'm like, yes. And the good thing is there's always so much to do. Yeah, but again, there's a flowers place where you go and see flowers. Like this, there's so
Ooh.
just there's first of all there's places in that this place looks nice or has a thing. Those are free. You just walk in and see flower exhibits, the Hudson Yards. Where the thing to do is the thing to see. Statue of Liberty, those. You're bingy, and they keep changing. Today it's there, tomorrow it's not. Then there's the events, Evija Tribeca Film Festival. Those Evija Nevivao. You're bingy, Tosana Bimalayo. Then there's the constant ones, movies, Mabala. Bingy, Tosana Bimalayo. So you just pick what interests you, be like Zengenda video. Then there's I can't even.
So as we wind up, because I think we've covered most of what we
so we've covered happening, we've covered maybe mwabaga okuza sente waka, but for that one man soko malosoma soko ozikole then ozizeyo. Don't send money home that you've not yet made.
Some people really have reason to.
There are those who have families, wife, kids, bitchy. Maybe that.
Oh.
But I was got there for vibes on vibes.
You just have to move and live each day
as it comes.
Because events show up, they go.
There's so much.
This is Tech Week in New York. So
there were so many, you can't even keep up with any of those. And be awaited, you just register.
And like
Microsoft the other day took us for a training. Be awaited, you just sign up and go. Like
a week before that, there was Hack Night. We had Hack Night at Microsoft. There is AI Extravaganza. And I have the song to play as I go for that.
There's even one. Even the celebrities, people, there's a guy on YouTube called Gary V something. Big guy. There's an event of his he was hosting. Yeah, just sign up and I didn't know about it. People show you anyway. So money-wise, there's nothing. Hit me up in my inbox.
But money-wise, spend your money. Or invest it because
but it's affordable. What I would first of all advise is look at your environment, look at the levels of the money. When you translate it, it will seem too big, it seems scary. Yet in reality, that's like me getting Nkumi Sato and I translate it to Zimbabwe dollars. Yeah, it seems scary, but to them 1 billion is what buys one loaf of bread. To me, 1 billion is what buys land. So it's not about the denominations that, oh my God, Nkumi Sato. No, it's just how easy is it to get that $1,
And as I wind up, treat money as a means.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's what is going to let you do what you want to do as much as you want to do it with the person you want to do it with. So
the investing and advice and which that's a whole topic for another day on how to treat money, how to invest money. I just wanted to tell you basically wanted to address Banabatia. How would I survive? What would I do? Things are affordable, things are cheap. And again, tetukora. We don't. We just wake up and there's the guy who came here before us told us the boy hasn't worked all these 2 years.
Shout out to the Godfather.
Where money. The man 2 years hasn't worked, but he's living, he's going for things, he's enjoying life,
he's traveling.
You see. Plus, another thing is there's so many rewards. Like again, it's a rich nation, so money trickles down. Basic good desire. Let me give you an example. When you get your credit card, you get points for using it. Those points can be converted to money. When did I get that credit card? It's less than even 6 months since I got that credit card. The points I've racked up so far are enough to buy me the brand new AirPods Pro. They're enough to book planes and go travel to. Like, there's that. Like, the city is always giving back to you. That just by being here, even though you spend the money, you still kind of get it back. And that's just one credit card. You see? So right now I have enough. And another friend who using the same thing, if he uses the credit card, he will have enough points to buy a new MacBook. So you see, in that, there's that, what's the word I'm looking for? Capacity. They give you power, purchasing power as a person.
It's what the economy is based off.
Yeah.
So
that if you keep spending, there will be power. And you can feel that in every single place. So Tumblr, that's why there are always lines in places, because people can afford things. You will never go to a place and it's empty. Never. No matter how far. Remember when we went for dumplings somewhere, down that side. And there was a line for dumplings. I'm like, and it's the middle of nowhere. It's not even in the middle of town. Because people have money. So they're always doing things. They're always out buying things. Every buy is full. Everything is full because people actually have purchasing power.
But
The reason most businesses collapse in Uganda is, man, I want to buy na sente.
but yeah. But also, as you spend, you have to be wise enough to realize that yes, you have a credit card, spend it like everything, like
Discipline.
your discipline is what will get you all these rewards to
Yeah.
enjoy them to
Yeah.
the fullest. Because
But if you don't have discipline, check it down.
discipline and also
You don't have
a
money
great
discipline.
advisor on
The finances
your
of the
finances,
economy.
'cause
I would advise walk into a bank, become friends with your relations officer, because these people are actually nice.
Yeah.
Again, like versus most of our service providers back home, where I walk into a bank, guy looks at you as if we're being kokoye the day before that. Yeah, people welcome you. They are nice. They want to help you. Like,
their job is to serve you for whatever
And they
need
want to
they
actually
want to
do.
actually help you
see,
be
you
better.
know, who do you want to see?
So for the most part, the money will be
Apathy.
spent, but once you're disciplined enough, you'll never lack. Like it's the same way as you. The more you do something, the better you get at it. So you stay consistent, you stay disciplined, you'll see it through. So
Yeah, you find how to survive. And again, and another thing on survival is, no matter what you do, no matter, because the economy is big. Tevidinge waka that if I'm not an MP or if I'm not, like, Kampala ebyokola yinza okukubula. But yeah, if you really, like nze ndi bubi njagala kukola sente, there's always stuff to do. There's a lot to do. Let me give you an example. Nga twakatuuka wano, we went and did we're testing Meta, Facebook's wristband things. 2 hours and they pay you $300. Like, there's always things to do. You will survive. You will find a way of surviving. If not that, like, you can find, because I know so many people. I'm like, they cannot hustle. Like, they find their way. They find their way. They find what works for them. And you find that they're thriving off that. You know,
there's a niche
for everything and everyone. There's a niche for everything and everyone. So don't worry. Go be like, you just find your circles, but you could how to make money within that.
If you like arm wrestling, you can make money.
Burichimu, there's a niche, there's something.
But it's called a different thing. I don't know the name.
There's a girl who actually made that more clear. Hey, okay. As we wrap up, the girl likes dancing with fire. So fire dancing.
I've seen.
But she came here, found out people, found classes, I'm like, So whatever thing you're into, whatever niche you're into, you'll survive. And most important thing here, Eba's mentioned mine is going to be discipline. If you're not disciplined with control, because it's so easy. Amazon is one day delivery, spending, buying things, you're walking the streets, you see things. If you don't have self-control, but most people usually develop the self-control, you're great. Because most of us come from lack. So we first get that Kasigazi of network. But kakuvamu eventually, and then you calm down. Because the good thing with this economy is it also shows you that, boss, but what we shall throw you out. Like I don't tell you, landlord in India, connect that, boss. It's end of month, it's end of month. If it's this bill, it's this bill. So most people wait it is out time. You are your environment. You adapt to your environment and you calm down. So that's our talk on money.
And all the things are linked, by the way.
Yeah.
Once you mess up one point, the other person will be like, So
I think, like, I remember you struggle to get the first credit card, but once you get the first one, now everyone wants to give you credit card. You just receive banks in the mail just offering you, we've given you 2K, we've given you 2.5, we've given you. I'm like, before this, no one even wanted to touch me. But once you get one, now everyone wants to give you. It's very strange. So if you don't have discipline, man. Anyway, that's our experience. It's different for everyone, of course. It's different for even people who are not students. We are giving it from a student in New York on a student loan, our experience.
Yeah.
Different people will tell you different things. Abali wanoku duka, they will tell you different things. Abali wanoku, I don't know. jobs already will tell you different things. That's just the experience. Mwebale kutulaba banyabo ne basebo. Someone asked me if this podcast is for Ugandans only.
Well, if you tune in. We thank you for getting this far into this podcast.
Yeah, this is a long one because money is important.
Yeah. Leave a comment. There is a money link in the comments below. So
we are giving away free money.